Hello student, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this part we will discuss the rest of the part of the story in the Kingdom of Fools. As we know, the merchant was proved to be culprit. So what would happen with him? Would he get the punishment or any turning point will come in the story? We'll come to know. Okay, so let's start the story. As the servant sharpened the stake and got it ready for the final impaling of the criminal, it occurred that the rich merchant was somehow too thin to be properly executed, and the stake the servant told to the king, and the king got worried. A stake is a kind of weapon which is used to murder someone or to kill someone. As the merchant was selected to get punishment, so the servant of the king sharpened the stake and got it ready for execute the merchant. But an incident happened at that time. It occurred that the rich merchant was somehow too thin to be properly executed on the stake. But it happened that the merchant was very thin to be executed by using the stake. Means he was not suitable to be executed. The servant told this problem to the king, and the king worried about it. The king got an idea that they should catch hold of a man who was fat enough to be executed with the stake. They thought of punishing another person instead of merchant, one who was fat enough to be executed with a stake. So now the king got an idea to execute someone else who will be suitable for the stake. Means a person who will be quite fat, he will be suitable to be executed with the stake. So the king ordered to find someone who is fat enough. Means there is a turning point came in the story, and the merchant did not get the punishment, but someone else would get the punishment. The servant got the disciple very fat, who had eaten a lot and became fat enough. Now the servants, they got the disciple or the student of that guru. He became very fat by eating a lot. They took him to execute with the stake, and he was fit for it, and that is why they were taking him along. As we know, the disciple denied his guru to go back, and he had eaten a lot, and by getting a lot of food within one dudu, and that's why now he will get the punishment. Now the disciple is reminded of his guru. Guruji, who was a wise man, had told him that it was a city of fools and they could harm him. And now the disciple reminded his Guruji that once he had told him this is a city of fools, anything may be happened in this city. The helpless disciple prayed to his guru and asked him to come to his rescue. The guru could visualize the disciple message due to his magical power, and he could see everything. He could see the future, the present, and the past. He could see everything in the vision. Now the disciple was helpless, and he requested or he prayed his Guruji, and his Guruji was visualized everything because he was a wise person and he could see anything and everything. the Guru arrived to save his disciple there. They were about to execute him, although he had not done anything wrong. When the servants took him to execute, at that moment the Guruji arrived and saved him. As the Guru met his disciple, he scolded him because he did not obey him and stayed back. He whispered something in his ears. And when the Guruji met his student, he scolded him that you had not obey me, and that's why you are getting the punishment. As you do the same, means when the teacher denies something, you don't obey them. The same happened with the disciple. The Guru tried to trap the king in his words. He asked him who was greater between a Guru and his disciple. Now the Guru planned something and said something in the ear of his disciple, and he asked the king one question. The Guruji asked the king that who was greater between a Guru and his disciple. The king replied that of course the Guru was greater. The Guru said that for this reason the king must execute him before execute his disciple. Now the Guru said, so that's why I am the greater one, so you should punish me first. You should execute me first. Now both the Guru and the disciple argue with each other. What they argued? They argued that I want to die first. I want to execute first. The king felt that there was some mystery behind it. The Guru asked the king to promise me that he would execute him first if he would tell the secret about why he wanted to be executed first. When both the Guru and disciple argued with each other, the king thought that there must be some mystery to be executed first. So he wanted to know what's the reason. That's why they wanted to die first. And the Guru promised the king, if you will execute me first, then I will tell you the secret. The Guru said who would die first, he would be reborn as the king, and who would be die next would reborn as the minister of the kingdom. He and his disciple wanted to live the life of a king and minister, and that's why they are ready to die first. And what was the mystery? The Guru said that the person who will die first, he will reborn as the king of this city, and he will lead the city, and the person who will die second, he will be the minister. After listening the Guru, the king was in deep thought. He did not want that in the next life his kingdom be snatched away from him. He discussed this with his minister. The king says that they should die first so that they are reborn as king and minister of the same kingdom. Then the king told his executioner that he would send the criminals at night and he will execute them. Now the king got worried and he discussed the problem with his minister, and they finally decided, and he told the executioner that I would send you the culprit at night and you will execute them. At night, the king and his minister wore the clothes of the Guru and his disciple so that they resembled them. Now, what was the plan of the king and the minister? They wore the clothes of the Guru and his disciple, so that the executioner could not recognize them, and he will execute them. As it was told to the servants, they came and took them along and put them into the stake for execution. In this way, with his intelligence, the Guru was able to execute his foolish king and the foolish minister. And the king himself execute to get his kingdom back in the new birth, and the same done by the minister. And in this way, the Guru saved his disciple and saved his disciple's life. Next morning, everyone in the kingdom was mourning. Mourning means they cried after knowing that the king and his minister had died. As the Guru and his disciple were planning to leave the kingdom, the people stopped them. They requested the Guru and his disciple to be the new king and minister of the kingdom. In the next morning, the people came to know that the king and the minister had died, and they were cried a lot. They were worried about who would be the next king, who would rule their kingdom. When the Guru and his disciple planned to leave the place, at that time the people of that kingdom stopped them and requested to be the next king and the minister. The disciple agreed quickly, but it took some time to make the Guru agree upon this. When the proposal given by the people of that kingdom, the disciple agreed quickly, but the Guru took some time to agree with their proposal. Finally, the Guru agreed to be the king of the kingdom, but the Guru had some condition. And what were the conditions? The conditions were everyone would work in the day and sleep at night. Also, cost of the thing would vary and not be one to do for anything, as was the system earlier. And the condition was that the people would not work at night, but they will sleep at night and work at the daytime, and the price of the different things will be vary, means no same price for everything. It would be like any other place where everything had different rates. Finally, the Guru converted the kingdom of fools into a normal kingdom. And when the Guru became the king, he converted everything, or he changed every system of that country, and he changed the full country into a normal country or normal kingdom. So here the story ended, and here the story was end. And what the moral we got from the story? The moral is that we should not be worried in difficult situation, but we should use our own intelligence, own idea how to be rescued from that difficult situation, and we always use our good idea and intelligence to be a good human. Thank you.